Let's get it. Let's get it. Sons of Jerusalem. Going live. And we're live. Welcome, fellow artists, to Lyricology 101. I still don't have my channel back yet. I hope everybody's doing well. We're back with another personal bar for bar breakdown. We about to kill it for y'all. I'm very excited about this one because I know these guys personally. These guys are incredible artists. This track is by The Thought, featuring this Zensoul, and these guys are fucking incredible artists. The Thought is an incredible producer, rapper. Zensoul is an incredible duo. These guys are ill, and it's just incredible to see these niggas come together on this song and kill this shit the way I expected them to. So enough talking, man. This one's produced by Willie B. Incredible work, man. I love these guys. So let's get this ball rolling. I hope you're having a good one. And yeah, let's get started. One thing, let me get started here. Let's go. Shout out to Willie B, man.
Cherry picking grave robbers. It was Bush, not the Clintons, with a gay daughter. Slurry made from rainwater, mixing in with construction, a little brain-fodder.
Let's go. So right off the bat, we starting with it's an even pace flow. I feel like he got us rolled into this shit. He's gonna roll us real slow in, and then he's just gonna take off, man. These guys are very talented. So peep game, check the flow and rhymes. So the way I'm doing the rhymes and stuff this time around is I'm not doing the individual rhymes all the way through. I'm just bracketing them, doing them in little miniature groups, just showing you guys how they did it, just so you can get the flow and the rhymes in the same little area. So right off the hat, he's going with the grave robbers, gay daughter, rainwater, brain fodder in rhyme, but he's got a couple of internals that's just kind of linking everything together. So picking, the orange is the it is sound. So the it is sound, picking Clintons with a little mixing in a, we got a little bending here, but it sounds really good. We got the sound. So he's just bending the sound really well. So we got slurry mixed with from and construction. Like all this is matched, but it sounds really good, man. The flow is butter. Everything's linked very well. So cherry picking grave robbers, as far as the concept is concerned, I got a double off of it. So I got two interpretations off of what he was saying, right? So he was cherry picking grave robbers from the perspective. He's not saying that there's no subject in this context. So he's just saying cherry picking grave robbers ambiguously, which kind of like Earl in them is like, you can pick any target out of that subject. So he follows up with cherry picking grave robbers. It was Bush, not the Clintons, with the gay daughter. So I felt like he was just going for high power people doing fucked up shit. So what is grave robbing? Essentially, in my eyes, is just like taking artifacts that don't belong to them, essentially. Or grave robbers taking history from the dead and bringing it back up. There's so many angles that you can bring with it. But he said cherry picking grave robbers as if to talk about Bush and Clintons, but also Bush and Clinton. But also I feel like cherry picking grave robbers to him is like he was hand picking them from his perspective and thinking about people. So I feel like that's how it connects on this end. It's like there's a double on that end. Now, slurry made from rainwater. I connected rainwater and brain fodder to create a visual of a brainstorm. That's kind of what my mind was showing me. But I'm not sure if that was 100% what he was going for. But the way that these guys write, it's ambiguous enough for us to reach around and grab ideas. So slurry made from rainwater, mixing in with a construction, a little brain fodder. So basically, these ideas that are coming from his mind. Rainwater could also be coming from a period of depression, right? So slurry made from rainwater. The rainwater can be thoughts coming from a depressed period, but also the rainwater from a natural source. Slurry mixing it in with a little brain fodder. So to me, I thought it was just ideas coming together, which would be this verse at hand. So let's keep it moving.
Cherry picking grave robbers. It was Bush, not the Clintons, with a gay daughter. Slurry made from rainwater, mixing in with construction, a little brain fodder. What's that over yonder, butter? Pile of the money that I squandered, every path I wanted after crashing planes I chartered. First you gotta mean something if you wanna be a martyr.
I just like the flow. I like how they sound, man. This shit is dope. All right, so he's going off the yonder, squandered, pile. So pile is bent, pile of is bent to match with yonder. So yonder, squandered, charter, gotta, wanna, martyr. It's all match. It's really dope. We got internals with thata, patha. The way that he's playing with it, he's bending it really well. So thata, patha, after crashing, so that's all match. And then just some plays off the E sound. Means some, bia, right? So that's the only time that we see that happen, but it's really smooth. Put it together, it sounds like butter. So yeah, as far as the concepts, what's that over yonder? So after he just did the last few lines, what's that over there, right? But a pile of the money that I squandered, right? And what is the money that he squandered? Why did he squander this money? How did he squander the money? That's up to your interpretation, but essentially, just maybe the money that he squandered could be the mistakes that he made in his life. Every path I wandered after crashing planes I chartered, right? So as far as planes are concerned, I'm not sure if he doubled planes. So it could be like a plane of existence, or it could be an actual physical plane, which could be the money that he spent on, right? If he's taking planes and going here and there, then that could be the visual as well. But when I see crashing planes I chartered, I think of crashing like locations I've been in. Or just places that I've landed, right? So, you know, maybe he crashed a plane. Who knows? When I get the visual of a crashing plane, someone's thinking of a plane going down, going, but to me, there could be another layer to it. He could have crashed a plane, came in, took it. You know, there's so many different ways you can angle it. First, you got to mean something if you want to be a martyr, right? So I feel like the martyr line is in essence connected to this crashing planes, but I'm not entirely sure. But first, you got to mean something if you want to be a martyr. And I think that's just him looking at his self-worth at the bigger issue, or the bigger image here. So let's run it back.
What's that over yonder, butter? Pile of the money that I squandered, every path I wanted after crashing planes I chartered. First you gotta mean something if you wanna be a martyr. If I wanna be a father, gotta reckon with this. I shouldn't even bother if I'm God in a fifth, cause the odds of burning gardens are the art of the switch. Take you past the begging pardons cause you already switched. And I'm
All right, so there's some plays here, but we'll get to that in a little bit. All right, so reckon with this guard in a fifth. I know that doesn't match, but I highlighted the flow entirely, right? So reckon with this, that's a 4. So reckon with this guard in a fifth, reckon with this guard in a fifth, art of the swish, already switch. They're all in the same 4-syllable swing, the same flow, and he keeps it anchored at the same spot. So it sounds really good. So reckon with this doesn't match exactly, but it's still going off of the this rhyme. And it's the end rhyme. It still sounds good. So wanna be a father and odds of burning gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 6. So yeah, wait, let me run it back. So yeah, that's a 6-syllable rhyme that he did as an internal, which is really fucking good. So wanna be a father, odds of burning gardens, really dope. But if you look at the whole thing, this shit is a whole rhyme. So wanna be a father, gotta reckon with this, odds of burning gardens off the art of the swish. I mean, it's not a rhyme with the reckon with this. It kind of breaks the scheme, but yeah, if it matched, it would have been a like fucking almost full sentence rhyme, but still it's incredible. The internals with gotta bother off the pardons sounds really dope, man. Really smooth, really fucking smooth. All right, so if I want to be a father, gotta reckon with this, and I believe it's about the past mistakes that he may have made. So if I want to be a father, gotta reckon with this. But here's another thing, right? On this line, I highlighted gardens, because he does a really dope play off of garden and gardens. But the way that he said this guarding sounds like God, right? And I feel like it could tie into if I want to be a father, right? So the father could metaphorically represent being not only an actual physical dad, but the father could also represent being a higher status individual or somebody that you come for maybe fatherly help, right? In a spiritual context, right? So if I want to be a father, got to reckon with this. I shouldn't even bother if I'm God in a fifth, right? So if he's guarding a fifth, that means he's drinking. He's not being a good example. But also I feel like it was this dichotomy of God and a fifth, right? So it's like God is light and then a fifth is like that negativity that would throw you off your path, right? Because the odds of burning gardens off the art of the swish, right? So burning gardens off the art of the swish, I, for some reason, thought he was talking about lighting a swisher, right? So smoking a swisher, burning gardens, I got burning grass, right? So because the odds of burning gardens off the art of the swish take you past the begging pardons because you already switched, right? And I think the switch, I highlighted the swish and the switch because they both sound similar. It just sounds super dope. So I feel like the burning gardens is related to the God and Father concept, but also burning gardens could be burning bridges too. So I just got my own visual in that context. Take you past the begging pardons because you already switched, because you already made your decision, right? So you're past the begging pardons, like, forgive me. So yeah, as far as the visual, that how he's putting together his words, I love how he writes, man. Thought is amazing. Run it back.
Wanna be a father, gotta reckon with this. I shouldn't even bother if I'm God in a fifth, cause the odds of burning gardens are the art of the switch. Take you past the begging pardons cause you already switched. And I've started my departure from the past that was shown, past the avenues of addicts who told Jack you was home. Could you imagine if I hadn't turned my talents to stone? I'm the fact check you lacking, got no back in the show.
Yo, let's go. All right, so yeah, Passive was shown, Jackie was home, talents to stone back in the show. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still going off that 4-syllable swing that he did from the previous 4 bars. So Passive was shown, Jackie was home. He's still going off the 4-syllable swing. Sounds dope. Per line, he was doing certain things. So and I've started my departure from the past that I've shown. And then he's going to switch up the internals past the avenues of addicts who told Jack he was home. Could you imagine if I hadn't turned talents to stone? I'm the fact check you lack it. Yeah, everything's connected in this weird pattern. The highlights do one thing, but I want you also to hear and see the flow. The pattern here is really dope. It comes together really smooth. But yeah, straight to the point. And I've started my departure from the past I was shown. So he was shown, like, let's say the past that he was shown wasn't the best past of life, right? Which is in the orange line, the follow-up line, past the avenues of addicts who told Jack he was home, right? So the avenues of addicts, the streets of people on drugs that are fucked up. Let's just say an addict is someone that didn't make the best decisions and they're struggling, right? So past the streets of people that are struggling, telling Jack, the artist that we're listening to, that he was home. He was home with these addicts on these streets, right? So they were lying to him. They didn't know the path. They didn't know the story. So he started his departure from the path he was shown, which would be an addict on the street or something like that, or any other path that he might have been told. I love their ambiguous style. So yeah, any path that he's been shown, he chose to deviate and go his own way. Could you imagine if I hadn't, right? And that's connected to these lines. Could you imagine if I hadn't deviated and went to a new path, then I probably would have been stuck at this line here, or it would have turned his talents to stone. He never would have made it himself out of an artist. He never would have became an artist if he followed this path. I'm the fact check you lack and got no back in the show. So, I mean, literally, he's just saying fact. I am the fact. I'm facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm the fact check you lacking. You have no backing to show. You know what I'm saying? Very good. I love this shit.
My departure from the past that was shown, past the avenues of addicts who told Jack you was home. Could you imagine if I hadn't turned my talents to stone? I'm the fact check you lack and got no back in the show. I've been itching to abandon any sense of understanding, cause the management and labels can't acknowledge competition. Let me pitch a couple plans, and if y'all still hate where I'm standing, you can ditch the planet underground without the man mission. I ain't bland, I just say granted. I don't mean to be demanded, but I mean it without padding. That is tragic, my position. I don't need 100 grand, I just need 100 fans. All I'm asking, if you can, is please sit down and listen.
Come on, man. Real good shit, man. Dope ass closer. All right, so yeah. Yeah, he's rhyming his ass off, but all right, let's get with it, man. Yo, whatever he did for this whole set of bars, he had this pattern he was playing with, and it was ridiculous. So that's why it looks like madness here. But itching to abandon any sense of understanding. So that's a 6-syllable rhyme. And then he's going to deviate from the pattern that he started on this line and do some other shit. Then he's going to jump back to the original rhyme scheme that he did and jump back here. So that's a stunt to me. I love when he stunts. Stunts is fun. So yeah, itching to abandon any sense of understanding because the management and labels can't acknowledge competition. Let me pitch a couple plans and y'all still hate where I'm standing. You could ditch the planet underground without the man mission. So yeah, this line here and this line here is not like aligned to it's not aligned to beat the way you expect it to be, but these are definitely aligned to the beat, perfectly plugged in. So I felt like this was a completely intentional stunt. He did this on purpose, but it sounds dope, man. It sounds fucking crazy. And then without ditch the underground without the man mission. I ain't bland, I just hate Brandon. So we got a small little a syllable play. I ain't bland, I just hate Brandon, but he doesn't run off of that. He's going off of demanding. He's gonna go off the scheme all the way through. Yeah. So Brandon, I don't mean to be demanding, but I mean it without padding. That is tragic, my position. Yeah. So he's gonna be playing off the sound and the sound for pretty much the rest of this, and it sounds fucking crazy. Run it back, it's dope. Listen to it with the fucking lyrics in front of you. All right. So yeah, I've been itching to abandon any sense of understanding because the management and labels can't acknowledge competition. So all right. So I've been itching to abandon any sense of understanding, right? And I think that's in relation to how you listen to him, right? This is my angle on how I heard it. So I've been itching to abandon any sense of understanding, right? And I was thinking him being understood as a writer, right? Because he can be an abstract type of writer. So he's been itching to abandon any sense of understanding. And I know the easiest line is to relate to the aspects of what he's struggled through in life and what he's came through, but I'm looking for that other layer. So he's been itching to abandon any sense of understanding because the management and labels can't acknowledge competition. So this one, I felt I got another, I look at everything in layers, man. So management and labels can't acknowledge competition. Like if he's so good at his artistry, labels are not going to acknowledge him as a competitor. But also I feel like he's saying that labels are too buddy-buddy and they don't acknowledge each other as competition and they all work together. But I'm not entirely sure if that's the shit. But yeah, and then we got the itching to abandon, right? So Itchy Bondan, right? Willie B, they call him Itchy Bondan, right? So itching to abandon, there's also this subtle play of Itchy Bon in there. And he also says it in the lyrics, so you'll hear it in the background. Let me pitch a couple plans. And if you still hate where, let me pitch a couple plans. And if you still hate where I'm standing, you can ditch the planet underground without the man mission. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. I'm gonna pitch a couple plans, so a couple of ideas. The plans can be through the music or actually ideas of how to make this whole game better, right? The late management and labels can get a tip from this dude. Let me pitch a couple plans, and if y'all still hate where I'm standing, right? If you still don't agree with what I'm saying or where I'm coming from, then you can ditch the planet underground without the man mission. So planet underground, I got the idea of like rap forms or underground rappers and rap forms working together. You can ditch the planet underground without the man mission. So I that's what I got out of that visually in my mind. I ain't bland, I just hate Brandon. I think that was him just shooting at this whole concept up here. I ain't bland, I just hate Brandon. He hates the whole concept of, being branded and how we have to play the game. I don't mean to be demanding, but I mean it without padding that is tragic, my position. So he's just saying, look, I'm coming from some hardship, man, and y'all really need to see where I'm coming from. I don't need 100 grand, I just need 100 fans. All I'm asking is you can just please sit down and listen, right? Straight to the point, really dope closer, and he's just telling you how he feels, and then we're gonna transition right into the hook. Fucking butter, man. So let's run this shit back really smooth and give me a second. Booyah.
Itching to abandon any sense of understanding, cause the management and labels can't acknowledge competition. Let me pitch a couple plans, and if y'all still hate where I'm standing, you can ditch the planet underground without the man mission. I ain't bland, I just say granted. I don't mean to be demanded, but I mean it without padding. That is tragic, my position. I don't need 100 grand, I just need 100 fans. All I'm asking, if you can, is please sit down and listen. Sons of Jerusalem, those who think they above, let's go Medusa them. Drew with the damage of blowing out a Buddha lung. You got a booty throwing at you, better move your tongue. They just want the crew to run, shooting what they do for fun. Cover up the truth in mud, no one really knew the flood. Run your customs through customs, cause what you're accustomed to is nothing but a dungeon.
Let's go. Dope ass fucking, man. I like these guys. I might be biased. I'm bad. But all right, so yeah, Jerusalem, Medusa, and Buddha lung, move your tongue, crew to run, do for fun. You got it. And then run your, and then, yeah, the last couplet, run your customs through customs, because what you're accustomed to is nothing but a dungeon. So yeah, a lot of plays off the, it's a 2-syllable bounce. Sounds super dope. But yeah, let's get into this concept though. So Sons of Jerusalem, those who think they above, let's go Medusa them, right? So I was thinking of Sons of Jerusalem, and I was thinking of the times of stoning, right? When you stone somebody. So those who think they above, let's go Medusa them, right? What does Medusa do? She looks at them, turns them to stone, right? So let's go stone them, right? For being unlawful, right? For those who think they're above, let's go Medusa them. Now, this is gonna be a stretch out my mind, but every time I heard it without the lyrics, it sounds like you wouldn't damage blowing out a Buddha lung, right? You wouldn't damage blowing out a Buddha lung. That's what I keep hearing. You wouldn't damage blowing out a Buddha lung. That's what I heard. And that shit made more sense to me. You wouldn't damage you wouldn't damage a lung if you were smoked weed. That's what I was thinking in my head. But it was when I finally saw the lyrics, Jeru the damage of blowing out a Buddha lung, right? So I was like, man, when I originally heard it without the lyrics, I was like, you wouldn't damage blowing out a Buddha lung? I was like, okay. But yeah, I heard that wrong. So Jeru the damage of blowing out a Buddha lung. You got a booty throwing at you, better move your tongue. All right, so yeah, you got something on you, man. You got a booty throwing at you, you got something coming towards you, you got a bag coming, you got something good coming towards you, better move your tongue, spit your game, make it happen. They just want, and then booty thrown at you, so a booty thrown at you is like an ass moving, and then move your tongue is a parallel to the movement. They just want the crew to run shooting what they do for fun, right? Cover up the truth in mud, Noah really knew the flood, right? Cover up the truth in mud and then clean all that shit up. But I heard no one really knew the flood without the lyrics. I heard no one, but it's Noah. So I don't know if it's a play. I'm not entirely sure if it's a play. So cover up the truth in mud, Noah really knew the flood. So run your customs through customs, because what you're accustomed to is nothing but a dungeon. So we got the play off of customs. And just what you're accustomed to is nothing but, a prison, a lie, the world that you think you live in. Really fucking good, man. Really good. So run it. Let's go.
Forgive me for my lateness. Thought it was some latency until I got impatient. Stepped outside of comfort zones with boundaries estrangement. A stranger like the doctor, I've adopted what was taken.
Let's go. All right, so forgive me for my lateness. Oh yeah, I can't talk about that yet. We're on the flow in the rhyme right now. So yeah, he's gonna go off the A sound, and he's just gonna bounce off the A for the end rhyme, but he's got small internals here and there that kind of splash out. His rhyme style is very unique because he can just rhyme on you like crazy. But right now he's just like, he just started. He's sprinkling, So yeah, so play off the E sound, real subtle play off the E sounds, and then the ah sound, and then I sounds. There's always gonna be some I sounds in the rhymes, man. So yeah. But yeah, so forgive me for my lateness. For the concept, I heard kind of how he started the verse. He started the verse kind of late, and I didn't know if he was using that as a concept, like, oh, forgive me for my lateness. Because right after the hook drops, he comes in with this like laid back, like, oh, forgive me for my lateness. I think that's fucking dope. I think it adds to the coolness, and I think it adds another layer to the line. But he's not technically late on time. He's just kind of leaned in real slow. So forgive me for my lateness. Thought it was some latency until I got impatient. So I thought it was some latency, like what, I thought there was something wrong because I should have started by now, until I got impatient and just took the step and came in. So I like that idea. Then he stepped outside of comfort zones, which comes out of the impatient concept. So stepped outside of comfort zones where boundaries estrangement, a stranger like the doctor I've adopted what was taken. So this whole scheme I was looking at, I see a play on patient, then we got the stranger like doctor, so the Doctor Strange play, and then adopted I feel was connected to the patient and doctor scheme, but I wasn't 100% on that. But I do feel like it was deliberate. So the estrangement goes directly into the stranger play. Stranger like the doctor, Doctor Strange. I've adopted what was taken. So I felt like the adopted leans into the doctor part. The lateness and latency, I already talked about that. But yeah, so I just think what he did here is very subtle, very quick, real fucking cool. Oh, run it back.
Forgive me for my lateness. Thought it was some latency until I got impatient. Stepped outside of comfort zones where boundaries estrangement. A stranger like the doctor, I've adopted what was taken. That nickel and gold plated, simple and mosaic. Got diagrams fit for the dome. In stone ages, I've been humble as abodes. With a huddle and opposed by the hundreds who were hunting, now hunting the frontal lobe.
Damn. So good, man. All right, so yeah, nickel and gold plated, simple and mosaic, right? Real dope shit, man. So he's, couplet rhymes. So we got two couplets. So he's going off the mosaic, stone ages, opposed, a lobe. So it's still the same rhyme. So yeah, we got the internals with the I sound, and then the internals with the o sound. But I just went for the sound. So humble, huddle, hundreds, hunted, hunting, and the frontal. It's all the sound. I forgot to highlight the H, or maybe I did highlight the H's on the next part. But yeah, he goes crazy with the alliteration for the H's. Really dope. Humble, huddle, hundreds, hunted, hunting. Yeah, really fire. Yeah, I didn't get to highlight the H's, my bad. So yeah, he went crazy with the alliteration for the H's. But that nickel and gold plated, simple and mosaic, got diagrams fit for the dome and stone ages. So okay, I don't know, that nickel and gold plated, I'm just thinking, the nickel and gold plated, I thought it was like firing a weapon, right? But I think I might be wrong on this one. So nickel and gold plated, simple and mosaic. So I thought simple and mosaic made me think of an image of like spiritual, right? Got diagrams. So the simple and mosaic got diagrams, right? So I thought the mosaic and the diagrams connected in some concept. So simple and mosaic got diagrams fit for the dome and stone ages, right? So I thought of a diagram inside of a dome inside of a church. Because an art piece with diagrams inside of it, maybe. But I got diagrams fit for the dome and stone ages. I've been humble as abodes with a huddle when opposed, right? So I've been as humble as abodes, right? The concept is humble abodes, but the concept of being humble, right? He's been humble. Being humble as abode, as the idiom humble abode. So we got a visual there, but actually an abode is a home. So the home is where the heart is. So I got a visual there. So I've been humble as abodes with love. So humble with love with a huddle when opposed, right? So I thought of a huddle like he ready to handle business. A huddle is I'm calling my homies in and we about to get it done when he's opposed. By the hundreds who were hunted, now hunt in the frontal lobe, right? So by the hundreds who were hunted, with a huddle with a huddle when opposed by the hundreds who were hunted, now hunt in the frontal lobe, right? So I got the hunt in the frontal lobe as in look through your third eye, right? By the hundreds who were hunted, I was thinking of African Americans, but I'm not entirely sure on the interpretation. Let's run that shit back. To me, I like their ambiguity. Their ambiguity allows you to create your own perspective.
And gold plated, simple and mosaic, got diagrams fit for the dome and stone ages. I've been humble as abodes with a huddle when opposed by the hundreds who were hunting, now hunting the frontal lobe. Man, we been got this squad running more than Nimrod, triple-headed canine, cerebellum Kim Dog, Kim Jong Il, Slipknot, get body like Ben Laden. This be the end times, love and death on a thin line.
He makes it sound so easy, man. Yeah, so he's running off with two rhymes, but it's more elaborate than it sounds. So we got the two-syllable Ben God, this squad, Nimrod, Kim Dog, Ben La. So the Ben Laden, I just highlighted the whole thing because that's part of the flow. That's what he was running with. And then we got the sound bouncing around. Sounds really good. But when you listen to the flow back, it's just a perfect connect, man. It sounds so dope. All right, so man, we been God. So off of that mosaic like spiritual concept, man, we been God, this squad hunting more than Nimrod, triple-headed canine. So okay, so hunting more than Nimrod, then we go for triple-headed canine. So there's 3 people on the song. Cerberus is his name, but we got to play off of Sarah, which is close to Cerberus. I don't know if he was playing off the Cerberus at the beginning, but I'm not sure. So triple-headed canine, cerebellum, Kim dog, right? So Cerberus is his name, but this is all connected. So triple-headed canine, cerebellum, Kim dog. That's all of them together on this song. Kim Jong Il, Slipknot, Get Body Like Bin Laden. So these are all just Kim Jong bad, Slipknot dark, Get Body Like Bin Laden. So you know. You're a villainous dude. You're gonna take you out like Bin Laden. I see the parallels are all in the same line. This be the end times, love and death on a thin line, right? So I think he just gave the parallel and showed the image very fast. Very fucking good, man. I love this dude, man.
God, this squad, running more than Nimrod, triple-headed canine, cerebellum, Kim dog, Kim Jong Il, Slipknot, get body like Bin Laden. This be the end times, love and death on a thin line.
Jump to conclusions like all of America. Making money is more important than your own character. All I want for my next birthday is an apology. Whatever happened, I honestly being the best policy.
All right, let's go. All right, so yeah, so we're going for we're not doing a bunch of flows on this one. It's like he's just being straightforward on it. So America, character, apology, policy, honesty, straightforward. So we're going off the or sound, more important than your own character. The way that he spins it too, he gets all the sounds out. So more important than your own character, he gets it all the way out really quick. And then jumping on you got all the sounds coming together. Sounds really dope. Then jump to conclusions like all of America, right? Making money is more important than your own character. I feel like it's the all of America issue. Making more money is more important than being a good person. All I want for my next birthday is an apology. So he ain't even asking for money. Most people ask for money for their birthday, right? So all I want for my next birthday is an apology. Maybe from America, I'm sure, or maybe from people that have done him dirty in his life. Whatever happened to honesty being the best policy, right? And I felt like the policy could be in relation to America being a business. That's the visual I got out of it. So, man, I love these dudes, man.
Come to conclusions like all of America. Making money is more important than your own character. All I want for my next birthday is an apology. Whatever happened, I honestly being the best policy. Can upload, love or download time with technology. Can't pass go, damn, this gotta be monopoly. It takes courage to be real and authentic. Everything you heard from me, I said it and I meant it. Young.
Yeah, so with technology, monopoly. All right, so yeah, technology, monopoly, this gotta be, right, that's off in the first couplet. And then authentic, I meant it. And then we got some internals here and there, but the internals are lined up very well. So peep game, really smooth. Can I love or download time with technology? I feel like he's just saying that everybody's stuck in this digital concept, right? So you can't upload love and you can't download any of that shit. You can't upload physical shit with technology. Can't pass go, damn, this gotta be monopoly. So I feel like the technology was in relation to a game. And then I feel like he took the digital concept of a game and brought it down to a board game, right? So can't pass go to the monopoly connection. It takes courage to be real and authentic. So I feel like we went from digital to a board game to something real, right? It takes courage to be real and authentic. Everything you hear from me, I said it and I meant it. So I feel like the picture is straightforward.
Love or download time with technology. Can't pass go, damn, this gotta be monopoly. It takes courage to be real and authentic. Everything you heard from me, I said it and I meant it. A young Jet Li, I'm deadly just like the Dead Sea. Girl lost over the edge is where it sends me. It's important to learn after losing a fight. It's not about proving them wrong, it's about proving you right.
Light. I love that shit. All right, so yeah, going off the E scheme. Jet Li, I'm deadly just like the Dead Sea. Fear of loss over the edge is where it sends me. So we still got the S sound off the dead sound. I forgot to highlight it, I guess. So Jet Li, I'm deadly just like the Dead Sea. Fear of loss over the edge is where it sends me. And then losing the fight, proving you right, right? So I feel like, go for the flow. Go for the flow. Losing a fight, proving you right. It works out. Sounds dope. All right, so a young Jet Li, I'm deadly just like the Dead Sea, so he gonna kill your ass if you trying. But fear of loss over the edge is where it sends me. So he's fear of losing, right? Because he's just used Jet Li, right? So he's talking about combat. So a young Jet Li, I'm deadly like the Dead Sea. Fear of loss over the edge is where it sends me. So just the fear of losing a fight alone is what will take him over, right? But it's important to learn that after losing a fight, it's not about proving him wrong, it's about proving you right. So I think he's just saying you shouldn't let fear of loss slow you down. You should just make it happen. And I feel like that's where he went forward with the Jet Li concept. And that's how he closes out. And then we roll right into the hook, man. Super butter. So one more time, let's keep it moving.
I'm deadly just like the Dead Sea. Fear of loss over the edge is where it sends me. It's important to learn after losing a fight. It's not about proving them wrong, it's about proving you right.
Sons of Jerusalem, those who think they above, let's go Medusa them. Jew with a damage of blowing out a Buddha lung. You got a booty throwing at you, better move your tongue. They just want the crew to run, shooting what they do for fun. Cover up the truth in mud, no one really knew the flood. Run your customs through customs, cause what you're accustomed to is nothing but a dungeon.
My pen drops death notes kept in escrow. The city never slept when society bled slow. If pity never wept when the diary said so, then any given threat turns pest to pesto.
Wow! Yeah, no, that like this flow is nice, man. I like this flow a lot. All right, so yeah, escrow, bled so, says so, pesto, but nigga, right here, full sentence rhymes, baby. I love full sentence rhymes. So the city never slept when society bled slow. If pity never wept when the diary said so. Amazing. And then any given threat, he kept the first half of it, but he didn't complete the other half with it. He just turned it around and went with pest to pesto because I felt like he went for the play. He'd rather do the play than go for the rhyme. He already did 2 full sentences. Who needs them, right? Really dope rhyme, man. Fucking good. All right, so my pen drops death notes kept in escrow. My pen drops death notes. Everything I write is killer. Literally, there's no other object. What I write, killer, right? The city never slept with society bled slow. The city never slept when society bled slow. So I think the bleeding slow is when the people that inhabit the city are dying slowly out, pouring out, right? If pity never wept when the diary says so. So if pity never wept, if pity itself never wept when the diary says so, and I feel like maybe the diary is when I'm telling how I feel about my pain, then any given threat turns pest to pesto. So I think he's just turn any pest to fucking fettuccine. Wait, pesto is red. My bad. Pest to pesto. So straight to sauce, baby. So yeah, really dope, man.
Pen drops death notes kept in escrow. The city never slept when society bled slow. If pity never wept when the diary said so, then any given threat turns pest to pesto. It's not a test, bro. Beware when you tell lies. The medium through which we may discern dispels why. Inhale L's for L, unveil the 12 tribes. Cool as LL with the gang of Seville's.
Fuck, man. he just turned it up for the last part. I know you. So yeah, Test, oh damn, okay, test, so yeah, the S sound. So tell lies, dispels why, 12 tribes. And then Savell derived is the following line, but I'm gonna put the derived line into the next bars. But yeah, so tell lies, dispels why, 12 tribes. A lot of the I sound, playing off the I and then playing off the L's. The L sounds super dope how he ran this one. So inhale L's for L, unveil the 12 tribes, cool as LL with the, yeah. Fucking crazy. It's crazy to put it together like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a test, bro. Beware. It's not a test, bro. Beware when you tell lies. So I thought it's not a test, bro. It's like, don't lie in the challenge of life that you experience. Be as truthful as you possibly can and just survive. Make it work. The medium through which we discern, the medium through which we may discern dispels why. So what is the medium that he uses to discern? I was thinking it was a third eye punchline to be able to look at someone and to discern and determine whether or not a person's telling the truth or lying. So the medium through which we may discern might be just that energy within you, or maybe a third eye punchline. Inhale L's for L, unveil the 12 tribes, right? So inhale L's for L. So inhale L's for God, unveil the 12 tribes. Cool as LL with the gang of Savell derived, right? Really dope, man. Just, I like the L play. I forgot to highlight the L's, or, you can see them. So inhale L's for L, unveil the 12 tribes. Cool as LL with the gang of Savell. Man, that's fucking crazy. I don't know how to play that off. Fucking dope.
It's not a test, bro. Beware when you tell lies. The medium through which we may discern dispels why. Inhale L's for L, unveil the 12 tribes. Cool as LL with the gang of Sevilles. Derived consonants, he continent tried. No getting through to him, making use of the sun like hermetic medics, Jerusalem. No getting through to him, making use of the sun like hermetic medics, Jerusalem.
And then the song just ends. The song just cuts there. That's where the song ends. So derived consonants, your continent tried, no getting through to them. So through to them, Jerusalem. I mean, they're using the same lines for the other half, but yeah, getting through to them. Mad Dicks getting through to them. X Jerusalem is the perfect. It's like a perfect lineup. So getting through to them. Medics Jerusalem, perfect. Consonants, continent, play there, and then use of. Oh yeah, the So making use of the sun. Oh, there we go. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, through to him, making use of the sun. There we go. All right, so he pulled. They pulled like a MF Doom type situation. So through to them is the 3-syllable rhyme, and then use of sun would have been like the most natural connection, but use of the sun. So they just put a gap there. So he's still going off that 3-syllable swing that he has for the flow. So yeah, derived consonants, your continent tried, no getting through to them, making use of the sun like hermetics, medics, Jerusalem. Yeah. So yeah, everything is part of that flow. Really dope, really dope. Yeah, so derived consonants, your continent tried, no getting through to them. So your continent tried, I didn't know what the continent would have represented, but I just imagined a mass land, you know. So your continent tried, no getting through to them. And I don't know if that was aiming at a particular set of people or if this was just kind of an ambiguous large body concept, right? So your continent tried, no getting through to them. It didn't work out. Making use of the sun like hermetic medics Jerusalem. So if the continent is connected to the Jerusalem punch, maybe it'll be there. But yeah, so making use of the sun like hermetic medics Jerusalem. So the hermetics use the sun for medical reasons, medical purposes. So really fucking good, man. And then the sun itself also is, you know, connection to Christ. And just everything that you hear these guys spit, they're all about the light, man. Very, very, very spiritual, divine type of music that they like to make. So I love these dudes, man. Very creative guys. I love the concept here. I love the bars. Without a doubt, we getting a run back on this one. These dudes are super talented. Everything that the Thought puts out, guys, put your ear to. Fucking talented, super great, man. And that's it, man. If you guys are interested in getting your song broken down in a similar fashion, feel free to hit me up at lyricology101mail@gmail.com. Let me know what you want. Tell me that you want your song broken down. I'll hand you guys some options and the PayPal link, and you guys will have your lyrics up as soon as possible. We took on a huge undertaking of a bunch of songs and we're knocking them out very fucking fast. So yeah, if you guys want your song broken down, you can hit me up at my email or you can hit me up at lyricology101 at Instagram or lyricology101 TikTok or lyricology tips at Twitter. So if you guys are interested, feel free to hit us up. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. And if you like what we're doing here at Lyricology 101, please share. Please share. It's been Lyricology 101. I'm Andre Gaynor, and don't forget, where the artist. You know the funnier part? I gotta close this, and I don't know how to close it without you guys seeing me close it. There we go. Peace.